That's it, huh? Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for coming for the yourself and my mom. I was thinking today and what subject to speak about. And then I decided to speak about the honoring the parents. Somehow my wife not so much happy from me. That's because she against that. She's saying I'm a person too stringent on that. You are very stringent.
Old school.
Yeah, you know, it's nothing to do with the old school or young school or old or they have nothing to do with that. She thinks I'm very stringent, and I have the book over here next to me. It's Ara with Yosef, the leaniest person in the world could be. It has nothing to do with the stringency. It's whatever it is, you know, it's a mitzvah, it's a mitzvah. We have to know the meaning of it. When I was in the United States, after 10 years when the parents can visit me, I wasn't religious so strong. I mean, not so strong, but each time I was adding more and more every day. I said to my father, please, Father, make me a favor. I said, come here from Israel. Come here. I promise to you, I will make you a crown in my head. So I told him, just come. I told him even Israel was not enough good boy. Not because 100% my fault. Because listen, when you grow the way you grow, when you don't have any way to teach you, explain to you what you expecting, cannot work out, you know. I said to him, please make me a favor. I promise you, you're going to be crowned in my head. Then I told him. When I told him that, he started to cry. He didn't show that. And then he said to my mom, I want to come here. She didn't want to. She said, we're not coming here. First she wanted. Something happened. Surely it's private, family private. I don't want to talk about that. Which really was not nice. And they did something that they should go back. And look, from the Shamayim anyway, everybody is Sharia. In the good way, the bad way, you know. And they left. That's what I wanted. I wanted to give them the highest honor possibility. When you learn to do it, not just to learn. I learned to do, you know what I mean? I learned to do it. So that's called the right person and the right level that you want to do it. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, and he left. But the way you know me, I'm not such a high level, but I have a connection through the spirituality. By asking rabbis, they told me your parents are so much happy from you, you cannot even imagine yourself. They told me they're so happy. There's no word for it. I understood right away. But today I'm going to talk about Kivud Avim, and to me it's touched a lot. You know, it's like I'm religious. Let's say I'm a boy. Yeah, I put in tefillin, not one, couple of them, and I'm this and I'm that. I could be even a rabbi. Doesn't matter. I'm very scholar. I'm very smart. I know everything by heart. Everything nice. But when you don't know how to respect your parents, I think it's a very big minus. It's person have to work on himself, how to get that level to really to know how to respect your parents. And I don't like people tell them, oh, listen, Rabbi, it's very nice with you. You're the best one. You know which kind of generation we are? Could you take it easy a little bit? It's not excuse. It doesn't work that way. It's one of the commandment of the Bible with the Moses received. One of them from 10 Commandments. One of them is honoring the parents. It's not honoring the parents because you're parents. It has many explanations for that. That we, the Jewish people, which believe the resurrection of dead people, from that energy of the father's sperm would give to the child, who will get out with that power in the Tchat HaMetim, in the resurrection. He will get out with that. This is one of the parts power gives father to the child. And besides that, he grow him, did he sleep in the night, or take him to school, many stuff over there without going to all the details. Feed him, teach him, grow him. I mean, you cannot say, oh, listen, he was, how you say that, biological? He was a biological father, you did your job, now goodbye. I will do whatever I want. It doesn't go that way. This is a new generation. I just want to say, I'm jumping here and there, he mentioning many names, which I'd like to not to hear them even, but he mentioning them. He said over here, that's not my word. Rav Eliyahu Gadaev, the biggest lenient rabbi in the world, and we're following him, many people following him, said, woe to those rabbis that through the generation they brought a leniency between the children and the father. That's what he said. I don't want right now to take my time to look for it, and I remember I was putting my eyes also. The second book is 2 books, but I'm telling you right away. I have a sign here, so I already know what's said over here. He said it's a woe to those rabbis who create leniency. I agree with him. You know why? For example, there's a many difference between inside the Jews themselves, between Sfaradim and Ashkenazim. Like for example, with the Yaakov, for example, when you want to do something, to who you have to ask, to your Rebbe or to your parents. I mean, there's many details on this I don't want to go to right now, but we know in the Bukhari, and like we're Sfaradim people, the honor of the parents is in very high level. Some people doesn't come to their mind by saying, oh, listen, I have a rabbi, my father is not, he doesn't know anything. He said over here that if Chas v'Shalom, God forbid, if you think your father doesn't know everything, or let's say he doesn't know so much Torah, and you think you have permission to abuse him, you're doing very big avera in your life, and you will pay for it. You cannot do such kind of thing. You still have to honor him. True. What? If your father said, I want you do kind of Chas v'Shalom avera, over there he said, explaining how to deal with it, but very carefully not to hurt him. To know how to do this, which today in half an hour we cannot speak about this everything, but the whole point is how to deal with it. Now, leniencies through the generation, it started to came more and more. We right now in a situation with a big problem. We are a big problem. We are a big problem. I will take my grandfather. Small example. He was person who liked to hear the Bnei Torah, which he didn't have the knowledge to read or to know exactly the halacha was supposed to be. That's how we grow, because the exile to the generation we had it. His children, which is including my father, they used to scared to talk to him. This kind of thing they argue with him. There is no way. I know it's going to be to you a little bit. How you going to call that? It's going to look to you like
primitive.
Huh?
Primitive.
Or doesn't make sense to you. It was maybe how do you call that? Old-fashioned. I mean, today we talk. No, you know what he said? He said another thing. He said, which is my fault. I'm looking at myself. When the parents start to deal with the kids like a friend, that's the beginning of the failing of the honoring the kids to the parents, because the child feels, oh, my father like my friend, so I could speak whatever I want, and I could do whatever I want. Over there, starting the minus, it's also not good. Now, with my father, for example, to compare to his father, He used to say I used to scared to talk to him. I used to scared to raise my head, look at him. Forget about talk to him. Even look at him. Now, I know we are different generation. I understand that. We are not same generation. Everything changed. A lot changed. But come on. Do we have to wake up more or less or not? The question is, do I want to honor my parents the way the Shulchan Aruch said more or less? Do I want to do that? Or some people saying, look, I'm good. Can I show you those people who's worse than me? That's also not example either, because you cannot say such a kind of thing. Because when you say that, I mean, the question is, what do you want to do? Do you want to grow? You want to go further, or you want to go back? If you say that is worse than me, it means you want to go back. But if you're going to say, I want to do more, you go further. Also is as a question over here, they said the nation which consider Muslim Christians, they said why the world, the situation was, the world in their hands more or less. Because of the Esau, their father, Esau. Well, the Esau did it. Only one reason they received that power until Mashiach gonna come. Why? He was honoring his father, which nobody was in his level to honor him. I mean, Esau used to honor his father, something we cannot understand. Even Rabbi Tarpon, not biggest, but really, the Rabbi Tarpon, he said, I cannot come to the fingertip of the Esau the way he honored his father. We know what he said, when my father gonna pass away, I will take revenge to my brother, but it's inside himself. But to his father, he would not say that. But still, he used to give an honor that was supposed to him. You know, guys, we doesn't understand one thing. We doesn't understand one thing. You know, I used to say that the people learning Torah, praying, I was speaking for one of the shurim, I was over there, and I said I want a charity, if you're going to guys help me ask for our shul to grow and to build the yeshiva, what we want to do with it. And I told them what I want to do. And I said, I wanna with my boys to make a students that they should learn the Shulchan Aruch with the Kabbalah together. Not Kabbalah Ma'asit, which is not supposed to, but Kabbalah, which if you hold the etrog in lulav in your hands, you know halachically what is that, you know Kabbalistically what is that. When you want to honor your parents, you know halachically how is this, and you also Kabbalistically what is this. You want to make Kiddushin, or God forbid, somebody want to get divorced, God forbid, you're going to know Kabbalistically what you're going to do with it. It's not going to be to you, I will look at the leniencies, or I will look at what is good for me, and I will do the things. And I will do halakha that way it's supposed to be. I'm not supposed to, but whatever I think is supposed to be done. It doesn't go that way. Till today, I cannot forget that person who's called me on my phone by telling me, do you know the Gemara Gittin? Are you laughing at me? And he's saying it's a mitzvah also make a divorce. Why you say that? Because your own benefit? That's the problem. You know what's happening these kind of things? When you doesn't know the secret of that mitzvah. You doesn't know that. You doesn't know when the couple divorce what's happening in the heaven. You don't know that. But okay, listen, not this or somebody else. That's the way you think. But you don't know what's happening in the heaven. You don't know which kind of chaos you're creating in the world. You don't know that. If you will knew, you will fight. You will fight until your last breath that those couples are divorced. You will not let them. Because you know what's happening cosmically when this is happening. That's our problem, our vision. Mashiach, Hillula, it's only going to be, when it's going to be in such a kind of level, we're going to know every smile, every precept, what's happening cosmically in the world. Not only just to do it. So, Kibbutz Avev. Now, Kibbutz Avev, another very important thing I want to say, I want everybody put attention to that over here. It's very important to know that. You see, we have a couple of kinds parents at one point. Couple of kinds parents. When couple of kinds, it's good to know all the cases, even though we're not going to speak of the halachically, but at least more or less. Now, let's say somebody have a parents doesn't keep Torah mitzvot. doesn't keep Torah mitzvot. They make Hillula Shabbat, they maybe eat non-kosher, they do things not supposed to be. Now, there is obligated to honor them or not?
Yes.
Huh? Yes. Now, it's obligated, true, obligated, but at a specific level. What do you mean? When things coming against the Torah, right there, you have to be very careful how to deal with that, not to hurt them, explain to them what you could do, what you cannot do it. It should not be put them down or make yourself, since they whatever they are, so I have to do it. You know. Before I continue, I want to just say to you, I didn't start. I wanted to start it, but let me say that it's very important to know this. There is the honoring parents, non-Jew person. The Jewish people, they're bringing example from the first page for the person who is non-Jew, have the honoring the parents. Now you can say, what do you mean non-Jew? What's going on over here? I just want to tell you something. It was clear to you. You have to put attention. You should understand this very well. Christians, Muslims, all other nations, even Chinese, Japanese, doesn't matter. You should know one thing. Many years ago, they had a crazy, I shouldn't call crazy, not crazy, but stringent way to honoring the parents. It's come from the Jewish people. The Jewish people all the time they had the level of the honoring the parents. It just through the generation we became very wicked. I mean, not wicked, but weak, very weak. We became very weak by honoring our parents, and we're thinking, it's okay. The generation say that. True, other nations brought a lot of negativities. Well, I'm gonna speak the person which you wouldn't like to hear his name even. We'll mention somehow. We'll see how it's going on through him and through other his ideas, which brought that situation to abuse their parents. Like, listen, they're old-fashioned. You know what I mean? Forget about it. They don't know what they're saying. Chas v'shalom. I was saying to my son, my parents was not educated. They was through the exile. They live in Russia, you know. So you know what's going on with the World War II. No father, no this, no family. You barely have a food to eat, you know. But still, they honor the parents. They did whatever they're supposed to do it. And I said, one of my shurim, I said, one of the reasons I married early, one of the reasons that my mother, not father, true is true, today is your side. My mother made me so scared. She knew how to do that. It's also talent. You have to know how to do that. She made me so scared to understand how to not to fail in a sin of adultery. Not to fail in a sin of adultery. She knew how to do that, and she really did it. If not she, I don't know if I will be married such an early time. It doesn't mean if I marry, I eat every day cake. It was an argument, we fight, but that kind of suffering is much better when you're not married and you're using all your sperm and energy the place that's not supposed to, which is clearly the highest hell could be in your life. So again, the way I understand how you see that. So when I said that it used to be some stuff she teach me, I did laugh on her. And I said, forget about, you're an old woman, you know what you're saying. And you know when I understand that? After 4 years. Now you're going to say, why 4 years? Because the Gemara and the Kabbalah bringing the books, they saying between the parents and the kids and between the rabbi and the students, some stuff to understand them, it will take you 4 years to understand. You have to pass experientially, seriously life to understand what they mean. How much you think, no, it's not true, it cannot be, no. I know what I'm saying. It's happened to me. I said, listen, forget about it. I said, you don't know what you're saying. Okay, Mama, I love you. You don't know what to say. Forget about it. And after 4 years, I said, oh my God, how is possible that and she was not educated? Now, if your father a rabbi and educated, or even not a rabbi, educated, so imagine yourself how much is right, and you have to think twice before you come in any idea you want to do it. And that's the problem with generation. I could give benefit of the doubt. The society, it's a pushing, and it's a problem. But nevertheless, it's not excuse to us to say it's not true. It's okay what I'm doing. I'm good. It's not true. We should not say that. And it's very important to each one of us to wake up to know the right thing. Look over here. מה עשה אותו אוהד כוכבים אחד מאשקלון ודמה בן נתניה שמו? There was a person, he was idol worship. He was not, he used to be kind of idol. Every generation used to, but honoring, they used to honor. His name was Dama ben Netina. That's his name. He was named Dama. Ben, son of Netina. Shmo. פעם אחת ביקשו חכמי פרקמטיה בישים ריבו שכר. The sages, the rabbis, they want to kind of make a business with them. Business for 600 kind of coins in that time. והיה מפתח מונע תחת מרשתו של אביו. From that business, whatever they want to make it, the key of that safe with this Dama ben Netina he had, the key was under the pillow of his father while sleeping. I'm sorry, I want to stop over here. I have this come to my mind. Before, just remember I said, and I will tell you also why I make this sure. It's because of the Rabbi Nisanov. Shashem Yevarech Oto. It's really, I will tell what's going on. It's just crazy. Today I was praying over there in the morning. So we start to speak. Kivud Avim. I was like, nice. Kivud Avim. And he said, there is a chair you have to speak specifically for your father. Nobody should sit in this seat. And this chair also be also after he passed away. I was thinking, I mean, it's nice. You have to give honor to your father. But when you're over-exaggerating things that was never written, maybe he's right. I didn't search that. I mean, to me it's a little bit, I don't know what's written this kind of thing.
Extra.
Huh? Well, hold on. Let's jump right now. So he said, I don't want to mention that rabbi, you know him. He said, oh, he has a chair. People, guests come. They could sit in that chair, but he cannot sit chair. Even his father not there. So I said to myself, father not there, maybe still is alive. He's just not there. But after passed away, I think it'll be different. But since I don't know exactly what's the halacha, what?
You can sit.
That, again, I don't. This to me was a little bit ridiculous. I mean, after he passed away, how come you cannot sit in there? And he was showing, Shashem Aaron was showing such a seriously, no, kivud avim, honoring the parents. You have to know, kaddish, ashkava, da 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 da. And I said to him, could you listen to me 1 second? You're really honoring me. He said, yes. I said to him, listen to me. Chair for the father, table for the father, closet for your father, everything nice. But the child doesn't know how to speak with the father, so what I need all the chair of the stuff. When your father is alive, if you don't know how to respect him, so I said, that's the hardest respect. Chair, it's a secondary. Or to get up, to sit down, nice, good, it's supposed to be halachically. How about your speaking? How you speak with your father? Are you honoring him or are you putting him down? Or maybe father give you a knowledge, with that knowledge you're hitting him because you think you're smarter than him. How about that? Doesn't go that way. Even your father doing avera chas v'shalom, halachically, let's say, not supposed to be. He's teaching you here how you have to speak. You cannot tell him you're wrong. Do we think about that? Are we careful? Nothing. Right away. You wrong. Are you wrong? But you cannot do that. It doesn't matter. It's your father. You cannot say you wrong. You have to come nicely. I learned this way. Maybe you forget. Many way teaching. Or other things you want a father do. Are you careful of that? Are you careful from that? Are you really thinking about that? Are you trying to do that? By the way, you have to know one thing, guys. And over here, it was questions. Again, I'm remembering right now. It was questions. When you are honoring your, Bukhari is saying, Bukhari say we think sometimes they are saying too much. So Machloki, I was seeing myself, I was shocked. We sing Bukhari like this. Shmuel is gonna tell me yes or not. We Bukhari like this. Padar rozi, modar rozi, chudar rozi.
Correct.
We saying parents agree, God agree. Now, okay, you Bukhari and very nice people. The question is it written in the Torah or not? Don't over exaggerate it and don't add whatever never was. You know what I mean? Now, it's true or not? Chudar rozi, modar, podar rozi, chudar rozi. It's true what's going on. You know, what Yosef, bring it here, Allah agree, Gabriel, Daniel, Allah agree, bring it over here. The honoring the parents, it's same thing you're honoring the God or not? Question, they ask question. Yes or not? They came to the conclusion, yes. So they say, but how? God is a God, God is the parents. They're saying, since the parents giving that energy, with that energy you're going to get Khatamitim, which is connected with that Yud K, so you have when you think, when you're honoring them, you have to feel it like you're really honoring your God.
Honoring your parents.
Mamash,
Honoring your parents is on the side of the Luchot, is on the side of Hashem.
Again.
Honoring your parents on the Luchot is on the side of Hashem, the Mitzvah with Hashem.
It's on the right
First
side.
side,
On the right side.
the first same thing as
Yeah, yes, exactly. So it was
Hashem, if you can't honor your
and
parents.
then over here we're saying, no, it's, by the way, you should know that. It's very hard mitzvah. Honoring the parent, I know it's not easy. It's very hard mitzvah.
How hard?
Huh?
How hard?
I don't know. Hold on. Let's say, you tell me.
I don't know. I'm asking from your experience. How hard?
Depends how you raise the kids.
When you're asking me how hard it is, what you trying to say with that? Everything is hard. Nothing is easy. The question, what your question is hard? It's hard. Wait. It's hard. It's hard. When you're saying hard, it's hard. You mean it's possible to do, or it's impossible to do? What your question? I want to know.
Of course it's
I
possible.
just asked how hard.
No.
Possible, not possible. I don't know.
No, I want to know. What do you think when you're saying hard? But
Each one
listen,
different.
huh?
Maybe each one different.
possible.
Some more hours.
It's hard.
Well, listen. When you're gonna say every postal is different, but in one point you should know one thing. But when you trying your best, and you really care for your parents and you're doing it, you're gonna see with the time it will not be so much hard. You just have to know how to do that. You have to learn how to do that. You have to see. Let's say you speak with your father, yeah. You want something. You speak with your father. You could speak to him like your friend, or you could speak with your father. It's a big difference. It depends how you talk, how you speak, how you asking that, how you really deal with this. You know what I mean? It's a big difference. No, I'm gonna finish with this, and also want to bring over there something. So the time already 9:40, so I don't want to. So listen over here. So he said the key was under the pillow of his father for that business that Dama Benetina want to make with the rabbis. The rabbis came to him to make a business. He didn't want to. How do you say tzar in English?
Wake up his father.
No, wake up something else. I say tzar. He didn't want his father to make to suffer, to not suffer. It's not suffer even. It's not to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Forget about suffer. He didn't want his father feel a little bit uncomfortable. He didn't want to do that. Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Shmuel, שאלו את רבי אליעזר עד היכן קהות אביהם. אמר להם, צורו עשה עוד הכוכבים אחד להם בשקלון. גם ניתן שמו, וקשור בחיים אבנים אל האפוד. שיב לא שכר. They asked from him diamonds. You know, the Kohen, the priest, the Jewish priest, when you're wearing the ephod, you have to have a diamond. Not one diamond, even 12 kind of different diamonds. He had that diamond, that Dama Benetina. They want to buy from him. So they want to give him 600, I don't know which kind of name of the money they had, that very, very expensive was. He say 80 something. He didn't want to take the key. because he didn't want to make uncomfortable to his father, forget about suffering, uncomfortable to his father, God blessed him with the red cow. But for the Jewish people, it's also very expensive to have a red cow to bring to the temple and do whatever it's supposed to do with it. פרסום אחרי סייס לו, אמר להם, אני יודע בכם שהם, אני מבקש מכם כל ממון שבעולם אתם תתנו לי. על התנו ממון שהפסדתי בשביל כבוד אבא, אני מבקש. When they came to him in the second time, they giving short explanation over here. when for the money, he told them, I'm not going to give it because he didn't say what's the reason. He said, I cannot give you the business you want from me because you want to make uncomfortable his father, take the key. When they come back, yeah, he said, then he go with his father wake up, he took the key, open the diamond, and he go to the people, to the Jewish people, and get the diamond. When he get the diamond, they wants to pay them to him whatever the last deal was. Because each time he said, I cannot, they say, okay, what? Next 600? Okay, 700. Okay, 900. Okay, 1 million. And you go and say, I cannot. They say, oh, it's too much. They thought, you're not serious, they don't want to give. Then when the father wake up, he opened the safe, took the diamond, and go to give him the 600 at the beginning. I don't know, million. I just wanted to give him the money. The first deal was, I did this because I didn't want to wake up my father. So they were racing over here. And because of that, God blessed them with the red cow. לכן שיבר התיבה ליתן להם האבן. ועוד אמרו ירושלמי שאמרו לחכמים, דילמה מהי פריטין טובה. יום החל לעבודו זנוס. Now, so here, that he bringing this situation, is also bring that one of the ways also, they said, let's say the son, let's say you are a very honorable person. You are let's say you mayor of the city.
New York City?
Our own city. What's the difference? Mayor city.
He's not so honorable in New York.
Come on now. Okay, what's the honorable one? The Boston?
Florida,
California? Doesn't matter. Come on, guys. Still, let's say you are a very important cities and a mayor in the city. Your father came, or your mother, doesn't matter. While you were sitting over there, and all the people sit over there and watching you. You came, and they came, walking over there, not listening, not police, nobody, spitting in your face, slapping in your face, taking your wallet, and throwing the money outside, or whatever they do, you cannot say any word. Now, a question to you. We're going to handle that? You're going to say it's crazy. I mean, what's going on over here? But that's the level.
King David did it.
Don't bring it. We don't talk to us right now. We didn't ask you who did it. So, this is very hard. This is very hard at one point. You're going to say what's going on. Not only that, they might call police. They say these parents belong to a different, you know which kind of place. Huh?
Psych ward.
They psycho. They're not normal. What they're doing it. His father, his son is a mayor. How come they do that? So that's gonna be it. This is our generation. So my question is, how this happened? This problem, this situation. How we came to a situation that our generation go down and down and down and down? Why is happening this? We Jewish people have responsibility. You know, I heard one of the rabbis, people speaking, no, don't be fanatic. Everything might change, but Torah never change. Everything might change, but the Torah never change. It doesn't matter which kind of generation you are, the Torah is not going to be changed. Halacha is halacha, the psak halacha that's supposed to be, and that's it. And over here, the Harav Yosef bringing, we had a problem. We had a problem. Our own Jewish community, we had a problem. Why? New generation came, new rabbis came. They start to work on the leniencies. It's like that, it's like this, not so much, Shalom Bayit. Every single thing, people telling me Shalom Bayit. I mean, come on, there's a limit of Shalom Bayit. What is it supposed to be, you know? It's sometimes over-graduating. Today, every single movement, they speak with the wife to do anything. If they're not going to speak with the wife, it's the end of the world. It's also a problem. I mean, where is the man's situation over here? I mean, we're getting down and down and down and down and down. I mean, if you're gonna say to your, if you're gonna say to your friend, to your student, be a little bit man. Oh, you are blocking my shalom bayit. Come on, I mean, have to kind of, situation. I mean, to the child doing problem. Until when you're going to see kutiputi? It's a limit until we kutiputi. You have to be a little bit strong. I mean, you have to be serious. We thinking it's bad. I never gonna forget. I did some mistake. My mother took a stick shot to hit me. I was already married. She took a stick shot to hit me. It was not hard for me to take the stick and break it, but I didn't do anything. The thing is that to show that somehow parents, I think, the real love, when you are really not because you're thinking you're gonna share, I mean, do everything good, it's supposed to be if you're gonna do that, then your children are gonna be, after your parents' time, weaker than wherever you was. It's gonna be weaker and weaker and weak, more and weak. It's not gonna be strong. Then we are in the wrong path. We're getting problem.
Rabbi, in Salvatore, they have the rabbi. She's a woman. Big shoe. Rabbi is
It's a reform.
They
It's not,
change.
Girls over there do bar mitzvahs.
But
Guys do bar
they change the Torah.
it's not new. It's not new. It's not new. We're not following them. We're not following. This came from Germany.
All people from the Holocaust, 90 years old, 95 years, rabbi woman all the time.
That's what they say. Huh?
They changing Torah. I don't know. They put the music over there. Rosh Hashanah, they put the music.
Okay, look over here. Shh, look. בנודע, מה שכתב הרב הנבל, זה רבי by name הרב הנבל. דבר פשר הדבר, מדוע ישנם מדינות במזרח אסיה ועוד מקומות כשבעת כל דרכיה של רגלי יהודי, לעומת זאת להרבה מדינות נחוץ בני ישראל בגלותם לרוב. כתב מחס להשם על עמו הקדים רפואה למכה. Trying to say that it said like this. בגלות בין הגויים אומות השפלים פראים, לקח זמן קצר קודם החורבן, הופיע אותו האיש יימח שמו וזכרו. Trying to say that the hanged one, when he came, he created already the leniencies that people start to lose the honor independence. ויעשה את דת נוצרים, שפשטה במהירות בקרבה מיליוני גויים בארצות אירופה, ועל ידי זה מאמינים במעט בבריאת העולם. מאמינים במעט בבריאת העולם, על הקדוש ברוך הוא, בענייני שכר ועונש. ויש להם דברים האסורים להם, לכן מהגאות שינויים. כן, שם, ויבואו בני ישראל וגלו במדינות אלו, ויוכלו הגויים להבינם מעט, שלא לגמור כזבים בעיניהם. Basically, he's saying over here, one of the reasons we in the exile, the nations want to bring leniency for all the mitzvot, whatever was in the beginning to us, that the stringency, the honoring, that was supposed to be. Just to bring situation to make much easier and easier and easier. It's already parents was looking in your eyes, the kind of primitive person who should not allow to put them attention so much. ברור אצלי, הדבר ששורש פורה ראש לא ענה, בדורנו זה הוא מיעוט הזהירות בכתביהם. So one of the problems we have ראש לענה, one of the problems we have in our generation, he's saying, is honoring the parents. וגם אצל הגויים אומות העולם, אשר מלפנים דורות הקדימים, היו זהירים קצת בכבוד הוריהם. Even the other nations, more and less, they had a little bit honoring. It's true, they had how to honor the parents, not like in our generation today we have. על כל פנים, במקומות בהם ישבו הגויים בני תרבות, לפי דבר עד אותו בחוש, אשר במדינות הם שרויים גויים פראים, ללא שום דת כלשהי. אכן לא יימצא שם יהודים, רק במקומות בהם מרובים הנוצרים המוסלמים, שנחשבים במעט לימוד תרבות מאמינים בתנ"ך, שם נשארו יהודים, בגלות אמנם לא חסרו להם פרעות ופוגרומים מידי הגויים. אמנם מאז שהחלו הגויים לפרוג מעליהם עול זה של כבוד אבותיהם, when the nations started to throw little by little the yoke the yoke of the honoring the parents, ויתרגלו לזלזל בהם מאוד. They start to abuse them. You have to know one thing. We like a Jewish people, from who we're learning. Besides the school, yeshiva, shrine, from who we're learning. From the Goyim, we learn from the nations. You see the society, you look at the society, nachon? Sure enough. You're looking for them, we're learning from them. We see the way they do, we're learning from them. That's the biggest problem. Our job not to learn, our job to break that. Our job to continue whatever our parents, our grand-grandparents, they give it to us. Again, the kids, the nation teach them not to listen to the parents. Not to no listen. Like 991 or whatever you call that.
In school, if you
Huh?
in school.
Yeah, the school teaching today is gonna stop. They could do whatever they want. When I scream to my grandkids, everybody screaming at me. Not so hard. Take it easy. Take it easy. What take it easy? Now take it easy. Tomorrow take it easy. After tomorrow take it easy. Then what's gonna be? Then they will tell you take it easy. ועזור לרוחם, מאז ירדו למטה, גם בשאר ענייני תרבות, עד ששאו להיות כמו חיות. They go down, until they become like animals. That's happening. ולהבדיל אלה הבדלות, מתוך טהרה, כי אצל בני ישראל כן הוא השכל שקיימו שכל אביו והגדירו לזקניך, ולמלך שכל כן חרה לרצון אביו ומוצא פיו, ונזר בכבוד כזקנו וזקנתו, אשר היו נחשבים בעיניהם כבוד לתת לדרשו. וואו. The Jewish people was opposite. Father and mother, grandfather, grandmother was like a crown for the kids. Crowned. A crown, what they say, like a God speaking. Today's not. You could be religious, you have a beard, you have everything. Even they know, don't have anymore. Not so much. People will be screamed already, they say, already the kid think he's doing no better than you. What's going on? Guys, listen, if you're listening to me, like, okay, listen nice, like information, and then can come up with different ears, so it's not good, you know that. You have to do something about it. כל אב היה ממושל על בניו וביתו, אז אף מי שלא קיים כל התורה כראוי. Even those, he's saying, look, those who didn't keep Torah, that didn't keep the Torah, that's supposed to be everything. Kibbutz Daven was high level. There was no joke. לא הגיע חס ושלום לדיוט שפלה. ובכל זאת נגד אומנו עוד דרכן זקנם, ויחשב בעיניהם כי לגרוע בזה מאוד. So I'm going to jump a little bit, I know time is already people later. Show him. Then over here was said that he's saying the point that the highest level of the nations who created not to honor the parents, who there was, it was communism, democracy, and Machshon Zochro, that who killed the in Germany. I don't mention his name on the table. There was the idea. They created the worst situation to abuse the grandfather, grandmother, the parents, consider they are nothing. So from there this come out. I just wanna add a couple of words also and tell you that there is a sit down. There is a halacha. It's very important. You know, I was interested to listen that. You know, when the parents, when some of the parents pass away, the child, the son, or even the daughter, yeah, when they say anything by the parents' name, they have to say, "Are ani kaparat mishkavotam." In English, I'm the sacrifice. I ready to sacrifice myself for the honor, or the honor, or whatever it is. So sacrifice, like you really want to sacrifice yourself for the parents, and that kind of level there was. They said in Gemara, Rish Lakish says to his rabbi, "Hare ani kapara Rabbi Eliyahu Banav." I'm the kapara, the sacrifice myself to Rabbi Eliyahu and his boys. Rish Lakish said while I was speaking by his name about the Rabbi Eliyahu. So they said for the parents, they are not such a religious. You're saying your sign and other those days. But if your parents, they are rabbi, or they are very high level, and most of them, even that depends on your rabbi, you have to say, each time you say by their name, but in the halacha or something by the words for the saying it, you have to say Hare Ani Kaparat Mishkotam. I just want to tell you this to look at how deep honor was going, or how to honor the parents, to meaning of it. I myself admit that I didn't complete honoring the parents because I was a Shabbat guy, but the situation was like that. We grow, there was no place to teach you and explain to you. Baruch Hashem, I appreciate to Hashem Barach that He showed me the right way, right path, and Torah Mitzvot that take seriously to learn, to study, and honoring them, and to do whatever is supposed to be doing it. So, whatever I say, my mom, of course, but to you guys, or you're sitting here, put in your mind and put attention. It doesn't mean you have to put your wife down. It doesn't mean you have to put children down. It doesn't mean you have to put your friends down. It doesn't mean you have to just know. You have to be a smart person to take care, to see both sides, and to do it, explain and teach and to learn. Parents, always parents. You have to honor them, and not only that, your long life. He's saying many things. I don't want to speak out there. It took a long time. All your life, your long life, your living by this world is connected to your parents. Through them, you're receiving the long life. Not only over here in this world, and also in the world to come. Because for that libush, which you understand about is libush, that clothes, the spiritual clothes that they're giving to the sperm, you will have resurrection in Olam Haba, and the world to come, and when the Be'ezrat Hashem to always be deserved. So because of that, put it in your mind, put it in your thing, and not only that, I could give you million stories. Have the parents to always pray for the kids. Not only in this world when they're alive, even they already passed away over there. That kind of crazy connection between the parents and the children there is. So everybody have to know his level, his meaning, his mind, his brain, and make it tshuva, whatever he didn't complete, and what to do. You know, it doesn't mean if your parents saying do avirot, you have to avirot chas shalom. You have to know how they guide their heart and love them and explain them. But if your parents is the Talmid Chacham, you have a double responsibility. Be'ezrat Hashem should be all of us Masliach in the Avodat Hashem, in the honoring the parents, in the Torah with Masim Tovim, and accept it. Again, you know what is over here? I mean, it's coming to my mind. Let's say you have a parents, not good parents, really they're not good. Forget about religious. They are not good. I mean, not good. What do you mean not good? They're always putting you down, and they putting you down, and they cursing you, God forbid, even to this. He says, still you have to honor them. They still have to honor them. By the law of the United States, I have a doubt if they're going to tell you have to honor them. They might say you have to honor them. He's saying you have to still honor them. Even though doing such a bad thing. To mind yourself on what kind of level could be the honoring. Forget about if your parents really praying and growing and giving to you. Even they curse, you have to still. But I do believe, I mean, you know, we're saying curse, not curse. No parent is going to curse for no reason. You know, I when I was young, I know which kind of kid was in the world. I mean, in my friends, and I told them how they used to behave, but they used to do it. But let's say in an extreme, even though that kind of parents have to honor them. Kal vachomer, if the parents good and they giving you and they praying for you and they doing everything for you. So again, we should be zocheh for the kibbutz avim they were supposed to be, and be zocheh l'chayei netzach l'kol hashot. I bless all of you. Whatever you wish, you should wish come true, B'ezrat Hashem, and you should be always say Gamzulu Tova, B'Matzliach, B'Ezrat Hashem, l'kol hashot. We should be strong and powerful to know how to restrict ourselves and any situations. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. Amen.